Hello everybody, John with you again. Nighttime is beginning to fall. I've lit my candles for the evening. I'm having a little pre-dinner cocktail. This mug, by the way, if anybody's curious, is a little more contemporary from a show that's running now. Well, not right now because of COVID-19, but in the present day, Waikiki, the Magic of Polynesia show, which I have been to a couple of times. People ask what mugs you're drinking from, you know. Anyway, the reason I'm here today is because it's Tuesday, it's Senior Citizen Discount Day, and I hit up a couple of thrift stores because I love Senior Discount Day, and it's rather silly not to take advantage of it. So I went to a couple today. I went to Salvation Army and I went to Savers. So I will show you my combined haul quickly, just to go over what I got today. I am trying to drink all of this cocktail. Okay, first stop was Salvation Army, so let's look at that. I picked up a couple of records. A little disappointed with Salvation Army because they kind of started carrying records in larger quantity, in a decent quantity, not that much, but more than they had before within the past year. But just lately, they don't seem to be adding much, so a little disappointed. But I did pick up a couple of things because they were very cheap. They're only 99 cents and plus the discount 20%, so they're like whatever, you know. I got Russian Melodies, which we're listening to right now in the background, by Emil Decameron and his orchestra, and I kind of got this because I thought it might be good for Easy, my Moody Mood music station, perhaps. I thought I would just check it out, which we're doing now. I also picked up My Greece, Music of Athens Today on Capitol Records. This one, I love Greek music. I don't ever talk about it, but I do. I have sort of a little mini collection of Greek records that I like to put on the turntable every so often. I haven't, digitized any of them, but I like just to play them once in a while. This is part of the Capital of the World series from Capitol Records, which I just read about in a really fabulous book I'm going to talk about in my books I've read video coming up when I finish this book I'm reading now. But yeah, so Greek music, I like it. I debated about this shirt and then just decided, oh, Fibber McGee, it's Senior Discount Tuesday. It's $7.99, which is kind of the standard price at Salvation Army, but of course it was 20% off, so it was less. For this shirt, I do like this kind of fabric. It's that sort of polyester, sort of silky like polyester, but I like it because it's great to travel with. It doesn't wrinkle all that easily, or it unwrinkles in the shower steam pretty easily, so it's great if you're going on a cruise or traveling or something and cannot use an iron. And I love orange, so I thought it was pretty. It's a little bit large, so XL, and it's quite large, but you know, Hawaiian shirts can be loose. I love it. Then I picked up a couple of books. This one, The Great South Sea, English Voyages and Encounters from 1570 to 1750. So these are the Pacific voyages previous to Captain Cook. Okay, it's just informational and there's some drawings and stuff, but it's really mostly just accounts of these different voyages to the Pacific shores and islands in the Pacific, and looking for Terra Australis Incognito, or the Australian continent, which they did finally find. So yeah, That's interesting. It'll be, 20 years before I read this book because I have so many piles of books that I have to read. I don't even know if you really saw my apartment tour, but I have way too many books. I have three. I have 2 full bookcases. This behind me, which is an entertainment center, but I don't have a TV or anything. It's filled with books, like filled. I have way too many books, but I just keep getting them. Then this one, Deepak Chopra. I have read some of his other stuff, and it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But this just interested me. The Third Jesus. It's the Christ we cannot ignore. It's a beautiful cover, really pretty cover. If you know me, I'm kind of interested in spiritual stuff and like metaphysics, tarot, new agey things, darker things. Alternative histories or different translations of Christian texts and sources, all sorts of things like that. I'm just interested in them, so I like to read about them. And I don't really know how I feel about any of them. I don't know. So that was my trip to the Salvation Army. The grand total for everything there with the senior discount was $9.42. Pretty good. So, the records were only like 99 cents plus the discount. So that was a good deal. On we go.
Buenos dias, señores y señoritas. Do you like Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass? Well, that's not who I am, but I sound kind of like them. You can hear me, the Mexicali Brass, the Guadalajara Brass, the Border Brass, the band I heard in Tijuana, and, those other guys, Herb Albert and the Tijuana Brass, all on Moody Mood Music, on live365.com. Easy listening favorites. The link is below in the description box. I hope we will have a south of the border encounter there.
Okay, our next stop was the Salvation... No, that was the Salvation Army. Our next stop was Savers, which was an adventure. I kind of went on a different bus a different way and on the public transit and had to figure out where the heck I was and to walk where I needed to go. But it was fun, very exciting, and I had a very delicious lunch. In between, at Bob's Barbecue, a mini Terry beef plate. Because you need to know these things. Okay, Savers has a really good senior discount. Their discount is 30%. So, dude, if you're going to go on senior discount day, because that's the day to go. First up, I bought 3 hats. Let's look at all 3. This is hat number 1. Kind of like these things. I'm not really wearing these kind of hats very much right now. I was for a while when I was still working in the coffee bars because it's always AC and you can wear stuff like this and it's fine. And it's also summer. I mean, we do have cooler mornings and evenings and not in the summertime. So, yeah, I love these. Used to hate hats until I grew facial hair. And then I decided it would look good, but I hated them before that. Then I got this hat. I love fedoras or whatever they're called. This one was $3.99, but of course you have to add the 30% discount onto that. I don't know if you can see that, but I like this, and I sort of like that it has this little wooden string things. You can sort of move them around and rearrange them, but I don't know, I kind of like it. It's cute. And my favorite one that I got Even the checkout guy commented that he really liked this hat. It's this one here. Styling, right? It was a little bit pricier too. It was $5.99, but again, with a 30% discount, can't beat it. And I find I do wear these hats a lot, even when I'm not working, because they're good when it's hot outside and the sun is up and you're going to be out walking around for a while. You don't want to burn your head. You know what I'm saying? When you have like no hair or little hair, nice. You don't burn your head. You give yourself a little bit of shade. So I'm all about that. I did buy a record. Curious to hear it. I'm sure I'll recognize the song when I hear it, but when I looked at it, I thought, I know I'm going to know this when I hear it, but off the top of my head, I don't know what it sounds like. But Chuck Mangione, Bellavia, which is his mother's maiden name, and this is with Chuck Mangione Quartet with an orchestra. And again, I thought, well, this might be nice for moody mood music. I'm sure there'll probably be some things on here that would go. I have a couple of Mangione records that I haven't digitized or put into moody mood music yet, but I know there's a few that would have kind of that crossover jazz sort of stuff that does well on easy listening. So yeah. All right, this one I couldn't pass up. I have like several of these compilations already, but it's DVD. But I don't know. It looked good. 20 horror films but it was $2.99 plus a 30% discount. It's 20 films. It's like 5 CDs in here. Some of them I'm sure are good, and I'm sure some of them are totally crappy. But sometimes the crappy ones are really fun, and if they're really just like you can't stand to watch it, they're kind of fun just to fast forward through and watch pieces of it. Sometimes in some of these older films, if the movie is kind of crappy, it's kind of worth seeing parts of it just for the wardrobe, the fashion, and the surrounding scenery and furniture and buildings and things. If you're nostalgic like I am, it's kind of fun to look at past periods. So yeah, even if the film's crappy, they're kind of fun. I have a really amazing set that has like 50 horror films, and some of them are pretty cool, actually. But now the real find for me, and this is the last thing I got, was this right here. It's a book. I need another book, like I need a hole in the head. But this one, I know I have mentioned several times before that I do love coffee table books that have pictures that are sort of visual as well, because I don't meditate. I just cannot meditate. I've tried my whole life, and don't give me advice, don't whatever. I've done everything. I cannot meditate. It's like my head doesn't work that way. But what I can do a lot, and I do a lot, is listen to music, headsets on, and get lost in music looking at pictures. And there's certain pictures I can just look at them and become so absorbed like in the music, and you just completely clear your head. It's like just cleared out. So it kind of does the same thing. This is a treasury of stamps. Yeah. I do like stamps. I never have been a stamp collector. I could have been in another life, but I just never have, because I got interested in music and pageants and other things, and just never got to the stamp collecting. But I do love stamps. I have a bunch of old stamps. I buy sometimes on eBay and at collectors expos. They'll sell whole bags of like old postage stamps, like from the 30s and 40s and 60s, unused, has not been used, under the value, less than it is. So you can, if it's unused, you can still use it because it's postage that's been paid for and never used. So if U.S. postage, you can use it for 1930, and I do a lot when I'm mailing out postcards and letters and things. Yeah, so this book, I love it. It's from I looked up the date so I would know it, and now I forgot it. It's 1976. That's what I thought. Beautiful. It's also like the story of postage. There's a lot of writing in it, but the main draw, of course, is just the stamps, and I can't show you all of them, but it's like So amazing how many beautiful, beautiful stamps there are in this book on different subjects, like on animals, on events, on historical people, on arts and crafts, sporting events. So much. This is the kind of book that, in addition to reading it, because it will be interesting, I can just get lost in these pictures, listen to music, put on headsets, and just, it's like my meditation, totally lose myself in the pictures because they're so cool. I love them. This book was $7.99 with my discount. It was $5 something, which is great. It's a huge book for like $5. It's definitely like an art. It's an art book. It's an artistic book. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. All these Papua New Guinea. Yeah, Papua New Guinea stamps there. Anyway, it's cool. You get the idea. Love it. So my total there at Savers was $18.26. So altogether, everything you saw today, I got for $27.68. So pretty good. More stuff that I need, stuff that I really don't need. Yeah. Well, you know, you got to keep the economy going. That's what I always tell myself too. If you have some money, if you have a little extra money, you know, it's good to spend it. Especially now, businesses and everybody's struggling. It's like, it's good to go out there and spend a little bit. If you have it, don't. If you don't, of course, don't. But, you know, if you got some excess, oil the wheels of commerce, you know, it's a good thing. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. I promise the next video I do will be part 2 of that easy listening record haul, because I did part 1 and then I didn't do part 2. I did this. So part 2 is coming. And if you're one of those real diehards that's waiting for a Hawaiian record update video, because I haven't done one in a while, I can do one. I'm ready. I was kind of waiting for one more record, but I think it's lost its way from Japan and it's delayed way from when it was supposed to get here. I don't know if it's just a COVID-19 thing, or I know mail is slower, but it's delayed. So I guess I'll probably go ahead and do that video in a few days. Hawaiian update record video. If I haven't received the one from Japan, I'll just go ahead and work with what I got, because I do have enough to do one. Okay, that's it. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.